An instant cold compress, scissors, disposable gloves, adhesive tape, antiseptic wipes, triangular bandages, roller bandages, sterile gauze pads, adhesive bandages, antibiotic ointment, trauma pads, latex-free elastic wrap, pressure bandage, tweezers, and an emergency blanket. Some first aid kits also contain breathing barriers used when giving rescue breaths for CPR. Scrapes. Follow these first aid steps: clean, treat, cover, and protect. Wash the wound with soap and water. If possible, rinse the wound for 5 minutes with clean, running water. You can also use antiseptics found in a first aid kit to clean wounds. Antibiotics are used for treating cleansed injuries before applying bandages and covering in first aid. Apply an antibiotic cream if the person has no allergy to it. For smaller wounds, use a simple adhesive bandage that can come in all different shapes and sizes. The knuckle bandage is shaped like the letter H. A knuckle bandage is placed over the top of the knuckle to treat a typical knuckle cut or scrape. The 4 adhesive strips are wrapped around the finger above and below the knuckle. This allows the joint to bend without interfering with the bandage's position. To properly apply a fingertip bandage, first stick one end of the bandage to the finger, then pull it over the fingernail and secure the flaps in place. Are gauze pads and gauze rolls. Square gauze pads come in different sizes, so use the appropriate size to cover a wound. Use a gauze roller bandage to secure the dressing in place. You can even use first aid tape to secure all 4 sides of a square gauze pad. Major external bleeding. Major bleeding can be life-threatening as it reduces the blood flow to the vital organs and can result in death. To treat major external bleeding, apply direct pressure to the area with a sterile dressing or clean cloth. Secure the dressing in place with a bandage. Bleeding from an artery is profuse and life-threatening. Since arterial blood is oxygenated, it appears bright red in color and will spurt to the beat of the heart. Therefore, it is imperative that we direct pressure immediately using bulky dressings, as severe bleeding can cause rapid shock and is more difficult to control. To the area to control the bleeding. If bandage becomes blood-soaked, do not remove it and simply add another dressing in place. Here we have an abdominal pad, we have trauma dressings, we have the blood stopper, and my favorite is a pressure bandage, which is a dressing and a bandage all in one. Shock. Extensive internal or external bleeding can cause the person to go into shock. The loss of blood leads to low blood volume and decreased oxygen supply to the vital organs. Elevate the legs above the level of the heart. Cover the person with a solar or emergency blanket to maintain normal body temperature. An emergency blanket can reflect back 90% of the body's heat. Amputations. If a body part has been completely cut off, direct pressure and control the bleeding. Find the body part and wrap it in sterile gauze or a clean cloth. Place the wrapped body part in a bag of ice and seek medical attention immediately, as they may be able to reattach the amputation. Closed wounds. In the case of a minor closed wound, cold can help control both pain and swelling. To use an instant cold pack, first shake, Squeeze to break the inner bag, shake to mix, and apply.